This is the most important turning point in the market. Everything depends on what happens right here in this critical support region. We see SPY, QQQ, and pretty much all of the Magnificent 7 stocks trading around their big turning points. And to make matters more complicated, next week is the start of earnings season. So let's see what to expect next and the most important key points to keep an eye on from now on. Welcome to the Finance Hydra channel. My name is Nathan, professional trader, founder of the 5% project on Telegram. So if you want to get access to more ideas and strategies and boost your trading performance, join our Telegram channel for free for 7 days. We would never offer you 7 days for free if we didn't know that you could benefit enormously from our strategies. So just join our community of swing traders right now and make consistent profits. Unlike the SPY, which is only dropping, it is only losing, it is correcting sharply over here. If we take a look at the weekly chart, the situation is quite complicated because yes, we are going up nicely, we are still in a bullish trend, the trend is still bullish. However, this week we are on the verge of making a very strong top signal. This candlestick pattern has a name. It is called Bearish engulfing candlestick pattern, just like the QQQ, which is also making another bearish candlestick structure over here. These three candlestick togethers over here, they are called evening star candlestick pattern. When we take a look at our statistics over here, starting with the bearish engulfing candlestick pattern, we see that the situation is not looking that good because a bearish engulfing has a theoretical performance of bearish reversal and its tested performance is of bearish reversal 79% of the time, according to Thomas Bulkowski studies, of course, on his website ThePatternSite.com, and of course on his book, alright, Encyclopedia of Candlestick Patterns. And these numbers, the above numbers, are based on hundreds of perfect trades. When we take a look at the QQQ over here, making this evening star candlestick pattern, when we take a look at Bulkowski studies over here, we see that the statistics are pretty much the same because an evening star candlestick pattern also has a theoretical performance of bearish reversal and its tested performance is of bearish reversal 72% of the time. And again, the above numbers are based on hundreds of perfect trades. Therefore, the situation is not looking good for the indices. If they actually materialize these top signals, we are gonna most likely see a sharp pullback ahead on the weekly chart. Again, more than 70% chances. Of course, again, remember, my dear friends, we gotta see these top signals getting triggered in order for us to see an actual pullback. Right now, as far as I know, these top signals were not triggered yet. They are forming right now, but they were not triggered. And when we take a look at the daily chart on SPY is still struggling a lot above our triple support level made by the 21 EMA, the exponential moving average on the daily chart, $550, and the purple trend line over here, the bottom line of this ascending channel. We are still struggling a lot around this area. Yes, we already lost the first support level, the 21 EMA on the daily chart, but since we are still around this critical support region, in my humble opinion, there is still time for us to see a bullish reaction. If we see one, great, SPY will probably resume its bullish sentiment. However, so far, there is not a single bottom signal triggered around this support level yet. Therefore, we are on the verge of either seeing a bullish continuation or an actual bearish reversal on the weekly chart by triggering a sharper correction, by triggering these top signals on the weekly chart, and by losing our most important critical support level over here. Similarly, the QQQ is also struggling a lot around its own support level, $473 over here. It is trying to react, but we don't see any meaningful bullish reaction yet. If we see one, great. We're gonna avoid this evening star candlestick pattern formation, and we're gonna avoid a sharper correction on the weekly chart, but we gotta see a bullish reaction as soon as possible, preferably next week when earnings season will start. Now, why do I say that there is still time for us to see a bullish reaction? Because some stocks are already reacting around their support levels. We see Microsoft making a bullish reaction above the $433, just like Amazon is also making a bullish reaction above the $181 over here, this crystal clear support level. I know these two stocks are dropping today. Yes, they are, but the candlestick over here is a bullish reaction right above our critical support level over here. So this could be the beginning of a bounce. Of course, this bottom signal wasn't triggered yet. Maybe next week they will, maybe they won't. If they don't trigger their bottom signals, then okay, we're gonna see more bearish continuation, possibly on the weekly chart, and they are gonna retest their 21 EMAs on the weekly chart over here, alright? Except Amazon, which is already retesting its own 21 EMA, so it could seek lower support levels like $173.87. That's the next technical support level on the weekly chart. When we take a look at Apple over here, making another bearish engulfing candlestick pattern, we see that it is very important for Apple to maintain the price above its double support level on the daily chart, namely the 21 EMA, the exponential moving average, and the $220 over here, the previous top level of this bullish flag chart pattern. I'm so sorry, bullish pennant chart pattern on the daily chart. Now, by maintaining the price above this double support level, great. Apple will probably resume the bullish sentiment next. However, by losing this key point, by triggering this bearish engulfing candlestick pattern on the weekly chart, we could see more bearish continuation, possibly to the 21 EMA on the weekly chart over here. Nvidia is also on a very delicate situation. We don't see a crystal clear top signal, but we see a possible bearish reversal chart structure. This is a possible bearish pivot point. By losing the $118 over here, by losing this support level, which is better seen from the daily chart, I believe, right? $118.04. By losing this key point over here, we're gonna trigger a lower high, lower low on Nvidia, suggesting a possible correction on the weekly chart. Again, the 21 EMA would be our next technical target. Therefore, we gotta see a meaningful bullish reaction over here as soon as possible in order to avoid such bearish scenario. Google is also struggling a lot around its own support level over here, 179. We don't see any meaningful bullish reaction, but if we do, great, we're gonna avoid a sharper correction. If we don't, a correction to the 21 EMA on the weekly chart is quite plausible. So, as you guys can see, most of these stocks are speaking, they're all on the same page, right? We are speaking the same language over here. We see similar key points, we see similar key support levels, we see similar chart and candlestick patterns over here, suggesting that we could see a sharper correction if we lose these support levels. As long as we stay above our most important key points, the bullish bias will persist. It all depends on how the market is going to react next week. Meta is struggling around the 21 EMA on the weekly chart. It has just retested the support level 460 over here, and right now it is already bouncing. So there is still hope that the market will avoid a systemic correction over here. It all depends on how these stocks are going to react from here. Now, Tesla is totally different. Tesla, unlike other stocks, it is clearly bullish. It is clearly above its most important support levels. It is still above the 21 EMA on the daily chart over here. However, it has a major resistance level at $265. As long as we stay above this key point over here, 265, we're gonna maintain, I'm so sorry, we're not gonna maintain the bearish bias because we're not bearish, but we're gonna prevent Tesla from doing another very good bullish leg from seeking its next support levels, namely the $300, alright? So far, the situation is still under control. We are not necessarily bearish, but we gotta see a breakout of the 265 as soon as possible in order to fly again. Maybe after earnings, we're gonna see something interesting, alright? Earnings in 4 days, next week, alright? So let's pay extra attention on how Tesla is gonna react over here. Right now, as far as I know, the 21 EMA is rising and it is approaching the price, making this a sideways correction, alright? But if we lose this 21 EMA on the daily chart, if after earnings we see Tesla dropping, I believe we could seek the 206 support level again, or maybe even the 21 EMA on the weekly chart, and that's it, alright? Maybe we're gonna see another buying opportunity, maybe we don't. It all depends on how Tesla is going to react after earnings. And now, Palantir over here is still very bullish. It is going up 0.7% today. It is not like most stocks over here. It is still above our critical support level 27.50 over here. Do we see a top signal? No. Do we see a bearish reaction over here? No. But just like Tesla has a nemesis around 265, Palantir has also a nemesis over here, 29.29. We are still below this key point. Only by closing above 29.29 on the weekly chart, we will see Palantir actually flying again. Meanwhile, AMD is doing a very sharp bearish reaction. We are retesting the 150s over here. We don't see any meaningful bottom signal. There is not a single bullish reaction over here. So in theory, by losing the 150s area, we could retest the $143, the previous support level from January this year and again on May this year, alright? So it is critical. It is very important for us to see AMD reacting above the 150s over here, making a decent bullish reaction. Otherwise, we could correct to lower levels, seeking our next support levels. And if you're still watching this video and you're not a subscriber, do subscribe right now, because I'm gonna keep you guys updated on these stocks every single day. We study these stocks every single day in this channel, so subscribe, click the like button to support me, join the 5% project right now. The link is in the video's description and in the QR code right here. Thank you very much for your audience, my dear friends. See you guys next week. Stay safe. Bye bye.